Herbert Marson Technical Principal Paul Adams found. Paul Adams, the principal of Herbert Technical High School in St. James, has been found. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association JTA Leighton Johnson told reporters that Adams is doing okay. Apparently, he was held up. I don't have the details, stated Johnson. Earlier, it was reported that Adams did not turn up for work and that he was missing since last night. Adams reportedly went missing between Garland and Springmount in St. James. Adams reportedly stopped at a bar en route from St. Elizabeth. Man feared dead in St. Elizabeth crash involving service vehicle. A man is feared dead following a two-vehicle crash involving police service vehicle and a motor car on the Holland-Bomber Main Road in St. Elizabeth on Monday. Preliminary reports suggest that shortly after 2 p.m., the service vehicle crashed into the side of the motor car. It is not yet clear as to how the accident happened. Firefighters had to be called to remove a badly injured man from the car who appeared lifeless. Police and firefighters were on the scene. Reports also suggest that the police personnel are among those injured and taken to hospital. The police pickup M115 and Mitsubishi L200, originally assigned to the Clarendon Police, was being used by a team of covering Area 3. Area 3 comprises of Manchester, Clarendon, and St. Elizabeth. Elderly Trelawney farmer hacked to death during home invasion. The Trelawney police say one man has been taken into custody in connection with Sunday morning's murder of an elderly farmer who was hacked to death during a home invasion. The deceased has been identified as William Jenkins, otherwise called Sampson, of Sherwood Content in the parish. Reports were that about 2 a.m., Jenkins was pounced upon by an intruder who entered his home and used a machete to inflict several wounds. Residents alerted the police, and upon their arrival, the blood-drenched body of Jenkins was discovered on the bed with multiple chop wounds. He was taken to the Falmouth Public General Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The accused was subsequently arrested. Detectives assigned to the Clarkston Police Station are probing the killing. 3 men facing multiple charges after alleged shootout with cops. 3 Kingston men were charged with 2 counts of shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony, following an altercation with the police along Rocky Road last Monday. Charged are 18-year-old Davin, a salesman, 27-year-old Fabian, a landscaper, 23-year-old Savion. Reports were that between 2:45 a.m. and 3 a.m., a team of officers were on patrol in the area when they signaled the driver of a Toyota Crown motor car to stop after disobeying a traffic light. It is alleged that the driver did not comply and continued driving. The police reportedly gave chase. Upon reaching Rocky Road, the men reportedly opened gunfire at the lawmen, who took evasive action and returned the fire. The men crashed into an embankment moments after, but managed to escape in the area. All 3 men later surrendered to the police and were charged following a question and answer session on Sunday, February 18. Their court date is being finalized. Murder tally surpasses 100 mark. Jamaica has surpassed 100 murders since the start of the year, according to the latest serious crimes update from the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF. As at February 17, the country's murder tally stood at 122 homicides. This represents a 25% decline in murders year-on-year. At that point of last year, 163 murders were committed. For the 2 weeks period in February 3rd to February 17, a total of 39 homicides were recorded, according to crime statistics for the period. St. James 20, St. Catherine South 13, St. Catherine North 9, and St. Anne Clarendon and St. Andrew Central, with 8 murders each, are leading the 19 police division with homicides. Shootings are up by 18% and injured persons reports have recorded 18 more year-on-year. Rape, robbery, and break-ins have declined. Cold front expected to impact Jamaica starting Monday. Jamaica is expected to become under the influence of a cold front by Monday night, according to the Meteorological Service of Jamaica. According to the Met Office, the cold front, which is approaching from the west, will result in increased cloudiness and occasional showers across the island, beginning over western parishes on Monday evening. Colder than normal temperatures are expected on Tuesday and Wednesday, after which conditions are expected to gradually improve. Flooding associated with a cold front earlier this month resulted in billions of dollars in damage to infrastructure in western Jamaica. The unusual weather brought about to 15 to 20 feet waves and ravished properties such as Pier 1 Restaurant and the newly constructed $1.3 billion Harmony Beach Park in St. James and the West End Road in Negril, Westmoreland. Transport Group calls on political parties to use safety marshals on motorcades. A call is being made by the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party to utilize marshals on political motorcades ahead of the February 26 local government elections. This following the death of 15-year-old Lamar Gray, who fell from a bus while traveling in a motorcade in South Barrock in Portmore, St. Catherine. President of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, Hector Newman, says in light of the incident, steps must be taken to ensure that this does not continue. He explained that motorcade mortal could reduce the likelihood of death or injury as Jamaicans support their political leaders.
It is sad, and the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services is calling on the leadership of the two main political parties to put immediately over the next few days, put in place monitors, marshals to marshal these motorcades, right? It cannot continue like this. And if we believe in the sanctity and safety of life, we need to take more decisive action to prevent accident on these motorcades. These youngsters, these motorcades are like Christmas for some persons. Getting on a motor vehicle, getting a free ride around town, and this is the cause. This is the end result, loss of life. We cannot allow this to continue.
JUTC introduces pre-purchase ticket option to enhance commuters' experience. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company Limited (JUTC) says it has introduced a pre-purchase ticket option for bus routes 54 and 53 heading to Border and Above Rocks from the Halfway Tree Transport Center. This is in response to suggestions from commuters aimed at reducing waiting time and enhancing overall service at the JUTC, the state-owned bus company said in a press release on Monday. It said the initiative is part of the agency's commitment to provide a seamless and convenient transportation experience for all its commuters, with this option available to commuters who opt to use cash. According to the JUTC, with the implementation of this option, passengers can expect to benefit from a shorter boarding period upon the arrival of buses. Passengers who pre-purchase tickets will only need to have their receipts verified by the JUTC representative, eliminating the challenge of providing change upon boarding. It also stated that streamlined process aims to address the frustration of commuters who often experience prolonged waiting time for buses. The suggestion was reportedly brought forward by commuters during a tour of the Halfway Tree Transport Center earlier this year and was received with enthusiasm by the Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, Darrell Valls, and the Managing Director of the JUTC, Paul Abrams. Recognizing the potential to improve the daily commute experience for thousands of commuters, the JUTC swiftly adopted the suggestion as part of ongoing efforts to enhance its level of service, the JUTC said, adding that to encourage a seamless transition, the company will have representatives available to guide commuters on the process. Commuters are also encouraged to sign up for a smarter card, which will also contribute to a more efficient boarding process. Using a smarter card not only reduces the boarding time, but also provides commuters with a convenient and safe payment option for their daily travels, the JUTC noted. SSL to liquidate and transfer securities held overseas by customers. The entity overseeing the affairs of troubled investment firm Stocks and Security Limited (SSL) is moving to liquidate securities held overseas by customers and have the funds transferred to them. It's not clear if customers will be paid in local or overseas currencies. Further, no timeline has been indicated. In a public notice to customers, SSL Temporary Manager, Business Recovery Service Limited, stated that the move is the next phase in the effort to remit holdings of account holders at the investment firm. After exploring all possible solutions and considering the cross-border nature of these assets, the decision has been made to liquidate the international portfolio and remit funds directly to clients as soon as the reconciliation process is completed, stated BRSL. On the local front, the company is reporting an increase in the number of SSL customers who hold local securities to whom transfers have been made. There is a similar increase in cash transfers. BRSL indicated that as of February 16, over 1,000 client accounts totaling approximately $14.5 billion of local securities were transferred to facility access by SSL clients through brokers and institutions selected by them. In January, 765 client accounts totaling 10.5 billion in local financial securities were transferred to their entities, with an additional transfer of 564 million in cash related to 165 clients. As at February 16, cash totaling approximately 626 million for over 200 clients have been paid to them. The temporary manager said SSL will continue to process cash transfer requests. However, the clock is running out on the transfer of local securities. BRSL stated that SSL will cease the processing of local securities come February 29. Instructions will be followed for clients who have not yet submitted a request, it noted. SSL clients are encouraged to update their Know Your Customer (KYC) information by contacting the SSL Client Service Team at 876-929-3400 or 876-618-2979 as soon as possible. Concerns or queries may also be directed to SSL Client Service Team at the contact information mentioned before. Last January, the Financial Services Commission (FSC) was alerted to discrepancies in the client's account at SSL. Subsequently, the FSC engaged law enforcement and took over the institution, assigning BRSL as the interim manager for SSL on January 17, 2023. Following the appointment, the interim manager has, in coordination with the FCS, taken an advice role in administering SSL. The remit includes protecting current accounts, aiding investigations, securing SSL's assets, and initiating a step-by-step process for transferring client assets to chosen brokers and financial entities. Meanwhile, BRSL is advising that effective February 26, the offices of SSL will be relocated to 11 Colony Avenue, Kingston 4. The company said another public update will be issued in March. The final phase in the process of transferring client assets will see action being taken in relation to the asset category promissory note. In this regard, action regarding the related party promissory note will be subject to the financial condition of the SSL group. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.